Guys, today I've got an ABC deck profile for you. ABC Orcust, actually. And let's just get into it. Alright, so to start things off, we have 3 copies of Union Hacker. Probably the best card in the entire deck for any ABC deck because it's just a straight +2. Clears out any light machine union from your deck and equips any light machine to whatever union you summon. So let's put that aside. 3 copies of Instant Fusion. Because it's an extender, it's a win con in some cases because you can summon out Window with Dingirsu. And it's also good going second because you can steal a monster to restrict. 1000 life points doesn't really matter too much, but do be wary of using it in time. 2 copies of Twin Twister. We don't like Back Row, we don't like Mystic Mind, we don't like any of that stuff. It's also a nice card because it can discard Dead Nightmare in your hand, or a wand, or a union of some sort. I would maybe bump this up to 3, but there is enough space for a 40 card main deck. 1 copy of Foolish Burial. It just lets you dump anything that you need at the time. Maybe last union, maybe you got DD Crowed on a union. This can send whatever union got DD Crowed. Send your Orcust monsters if Mermaid and Resolve, you have more extenders. It's just a nice card to have. I wouldn't play any less than 1. 1 copy Terraforming, 1 copy Set Rotation, and your Set Rotation target, which is also not that bad using it. I prefer going for crescendos, so that's me. 3 copies of Call by the Grave, because we don't do hand traps here. We don't like hand traps. You want your Hangar resolving, you want your Mermaid resolving. Definitely play 3 of these. If you don't play 3 of these, I don't know what you're doing. 3 copies of Engage. And to go along with our 3 copies of Engage, 1 Ego Booster, and 1 Drones. So Ego Booster is basically like another Call by the Grave, but a little better. The only problem is sometimes you have a main monster, like zone occupied by something, which kind of sucks. So it's not as versatile as Call by the Grave, but still really good, and it's searchable. And drones, of course, it's drones. It makes Kagari, makes a Link 2 for free. On top of that, if you're running the Striker engine, you can actually sideboard some Striker cards. So that's nice too. For our Union lineup, we have 1 Heavy Mech. This is our Armorage target. It's what allows us to do Orcust combo with ABZ stuff reliably, or as reliably as we can draw Hangar, that is. 2 Assault Cores, 3 B Buster Drake, and 2 copies of Sea Crush Wyvern. I go with a 2-3-2 ratio because you don't really want to draw too many unions in your... Ooh, that's weird. And you don't want to draw too many unions in your opening hand because they can be bricks. And you don't want to break, obviously. You run 3B because obviously he's the best one. He searches out any of these guys for free when he leaves the field, whether it be by battle, link summon, whatever. Alright, let's put these aside. Next up, for our Orcust engine, we have 1 Harp, 1 Skeleton, 2 Nightmare, and I like to play the 1 World Wand. It's not really necessary in this deck, but there's so many times where my Harp has been called by the Grave and I just revive it with a World Wand. Yeah, obviously won't get the Harp's effects because they're negated for that turn, but at least I get to get the Harp back, and that's nice. Other times, you just want to push for damage, and Wand lets you do that. So is Reborn, but this is better because it recurs resources for you. And of course, 2 Nightmare because you don't want to draw it. And if you do draw it by chance, then you have 1 more in the deck, and your engine isn't dead. And these are preference cards, but I like to run 6 hand traps, so 2 Ogre, 2 Ash, 2 Impermanence. I don't really win that many die rolls, so these are just like insurance cards for me. Sorry about that, my voice is kind of messed up right now. Ash is just really good in every matchup. Ogre is good against a lot of combo decks. It's good against Guard Dragons, it's good against Electromite. It's good against a lot of things. Impermanence, I might drop it, but I wanted to have like a playable hand trap. I didn't want to open like 2 Ogre, 2 Ash, or weird hands like that. It's happened so many times. So that's mainly why the impermanence is here. Otherwise, I might have just used like 3 Ogre, 3 Ash. You don't really need this many hand traps. 3 Ash is fine. And then you can run like 3 other combo cards, but like I said, I don't win die rolls, so I run 6 hand traps. And worst comes to worst, you call by 3 of one of them, you can just discard it for your Orcust combo. And then of course the 1 Crescendo. This is the second best card in the deck. This is a free Omni Negate, negates anything in the game, and with Dingirsu up, it's not leaving the field unless you Cosmic it. At that point, well, you're forced to use it. This is also a Rhoda for any of your Dark Machines. Any Dark Machine, remember that. So you want to put in some weird stuff like Hydralander, you can. Normally you're just going to search like a World Wand or a Nightmare or something of that nature. What I like to do a lot is, if I know I'm not going to tag out for sure, sometimes I might choose Crescendo, banish it during my opponent's turn, and add discard fodder for Buster. That's always a fun time. So that is a main deck of 40 cards, and now we go into the extra deck. So we have our, oh, that's a token. That is not an extra deck card. Do not use tokens in your extra deck. We have 3 copies of ABC Dragon Buster, the main focus of the deck. He's your boss monster, he's a soul charge on crack during your opponent's turn, and he banishes whatever on the field, including himself if you wanted to. Okay, if you play Magniverse, you can banish Buster, target himself, and go for more damage. I've done that once. It was funny. 1000 Eyes Restrict. It's a good card going second. Going first, it's just another body. 1 Winda, because this card is a win con. This card just says, hey, you can't summon anything else. That's Pancratops you summoned? That's all you got. And with Dingirsu up, that Pancratops isn't going to do anything. So those are our instant fusion targets. For our link ones, we have 1 Kagari, 1 Amirage, and of course the 1 Mermaid. So Kagari, you play drones and engage, so do play Kagari. Amirage, we play Heavy Mech. He's an Amirage target and enables 2 bodies on the field. And Nightmare Mermaid is, well, Nightmare Mermaid. We all know what this card does. For our other 2 Nightmares, we play Phoenix and Cerberus. We are not playing Unicorn in this build because I had to replace 1000 as Restrict, but if you don't like Restrict, you can play Unicorn as your 4th Nightmare. I don't think it's that necessary though, because most of the time you're killing your opponent with a Boral Sword. Alright, so for our Orcust cards, we have 2 Galatea, not 3 because I can't make it work. There's not enough room for 3 of them. Otherwise, I would definitely play 3, because this card is just amazing. And it sometimes does come out where I wish I had a 3rd one, but what can you do? So that's 2 Galatea, 1 Longirsu, Rip Rusty. This is the next best link 3 you can go into, other than Decode, but Decode, I don't really like him that much. 1 Dingirsu, obviously, it's a really good card. I wish I could play 2 because, well, sending stuff for free is fun. And having 2 of them on your field, that's also nuts. So that's our Orcust lineup. And then for our very last card, we have the 1 of Boral Sword. We don't like to play the grind game. We can, but we don't want to. This says, I'm going to kill you this turn with 2 busters. Well, no, most times 1 buster. But we're going to kill you with a buster, a Dingirsu, and this guy. Just swing it at him. Alright, so that is the deck profile. If you like what you see, please leave a like, comment. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.